Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning here. I'm going to install a new microwave because we actually got a new stove, which I actually put that stove in myself as well. But taking off the microwave is pretty simple. It just comes with two bolts that are actually on top here over the range, two bolts that actually hold it. That's really what's kind of keeping a lot of the weight. And then the other part is this mounting bracket that goes attached to the wall. I actually just took it off, but I thought I'd make a video of it. So the way the microwave was held is, if you can see, it sits on these little edges here. So what we did is just made sure that we took the screws off the top. I had my buddy hold the microwave because it is a little heavy. And then we just kind of tilted it forward, lifted it up, and the microwave popped off. Now, with that being said, this mounting plate doesn't fit my new microwave. So what I had to do, the new mounting plate is just this. And it's got the four little lips that I've got to hinge it on. And then, of course, I'm going to do the bolts as well. So what I did here, it comes with, and I think it's a good DIY, do-it-yourself project. What I did here is just align the template the way it's supposed to go. Set that up. Once I aligned it right, I picked where I was going to put the holes in. Now, one of the things I did do is I used a stud finder because it uses 4 screws. And I'm going to use 2 of the screws are like toggle bolts. They look, let me see if I can get one out here. They're these type of bolts, right? So these ones are going to go inside the wall. And as you can see, it's hollow in here in this part. So that's why I got to make sure I use the toggle bolts in that area. So these are going to be the toggle bolts. But I did find 2 studs. So I'm going to use actually the bolts here that I'm going to drill into the wall to hold my bracket in place. So I'll have the toggle bolts plus the bolts that go into the studs. And again, using a stud finder, made sure I found the right holes that I picked already. As you can see, when I do this, it's there. So again, take out the other one by just dropping it down from the 2 bolts, tilting it up, pulling it out, and then now changing, making sure I've got the right mounting bracket. I'm going to put that in right now, and I'll show you guys once I'm done with the next step, which is drilling these in. One of the things when I was doing it right now, I realized I wanted to make sure that the hanging bolts that I used to hold the microwave in place actually were at the same, because I was just taking it for granted I could use the existing holes, and I couldn't. I actually had to use the plate that comes with it, put it underneath, and I marked the 2 holes that have to go where I'm going to hang my plates. So what I did is I just marked those. And then I took my drill. Let me get that over here real quick. Took my drill with the 3/8 inch drill bit. And it was real simple just to go through. And I made the 2 new holes that are going to be the hanging bolts for it. So now what I'm going to do is, there's my puppy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 2 wood screws, the ones that go into the studs. I'm going to put those in. Actually, I'm going to put first in the toggle bolts. I got to make the holes a little bit bigger there so it goes through, so I can do that. Once I put this in, then the next step is pretty much getting the microwave, putting it in there, and mounting it up. So let's do this part of it next. There we go. And that's where now I will be using the toggle bolts. So let me put one in here. And I'm going to take this other one off. Goes in here. So now what I have to do is kind of get that in there so I can get that ready. There we go. There's that one. It's ready. And let's get this one ready here too. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is just push those through the opening, and then when it's on the other side, it'll open up, and that's what it's going to give me the grip I need to be able to do this. All right, so what I did right now is I put in the toggle bolts. I did screw them in a little bit, but I don't want to over tighten them because I don't want it to come out from the drywall. So I'm just gonna do a little bit with, let me get my other screwdriver. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do, just to make sure. Let me make sure I've got it somewhat level. There it is. It's level enough. Enough. And now I'll just hand tighten these a little bit. There it is. There it is. All right. So now what I'm going to do is the last part. I'm going to drill these into the stud. All right. Now the other thing I'm doing next is just making sure I find where the studs are at here. There it is right there. See it? It's coming up. There it is. There's my stud. So I know that I'm going to put one here. There's that stud. Right where the letter D is. And then there's another one over here. Oh, there it is. There's the center. So I'll put the other one here. There we go. So now I've got those marked. Make that one goes here. And the other one goes here. There we go. So now I'll just drill those in. There we go. No la apaga nada más. A ver, lo voy a levantar y échale ojo. ¿Sí ves dónde va?
Sí, van hasta abajo.
¿Dónde está abajo? Okay. Let's see. All right. Now what we're going to do is just pretty much push this thing in and tilt it this way so that hopefully there it goes. I felt it on my side. Yep. Yep. Let's tilt it in. There we go. Now hold it in place from the bottom and let me put in the screws. It should be easier. Okay, then I go down a little bit so I can see where I'm going. Let's see. Let me do this. There's one. As long as I'll get it around. You do this. Watch. This should hold it in place. Let me see that one. Do this. You want? You can do the other side. There we go. Right here. See. I'm gonna get my flashlight glasses. You see it now? You see? Tilt it forward, Mitch. There you go. And let me do this. And let me give me the. I'm gonna need this. There we go. Drill it in quicker. There we go. Get the other side. There we go. All right, let it go, Mitch. Now I'm just going to do this last part by hand. And you see it coming up a little bit, Laura? There we go. And let's do the other side. There it goes. Good job. It should. Do the same, Mitch, as well? The same way you did that? There it goes. All right. Now, we'll do this here. Done. Done. Look at that. There's the edges. It works perfect. Aligned on both sides. And it's installed. A little bit sweaty because it's hot. But thanks to my buddy here, it is a two-person job because you need to be able to have somebody hold it while you're doing the other part. But we got it done. That's not going anywhere. There we go. So there's another tip. You guys hopefully learn from my mistakes and are able to see how I did that. But it's really not that hard. It just takes a little bit of time, but it's actually pretty easy. Hope you guys like this video. This is a Frigidaire microwave. We've got the Frigidaire stove as well. I did that myself. I didn't record on YouTube on that, but two things that I was able to do myself. Hope you guys like this video. If you like this and want to see other videos, subscribe. God bless.